Hello, welcome to Ted Shed. Today it's just a quick update on the steering box for the Flying 9. The new nut has arrived, so we've got to fit it now. But obviously they make them quite tight on the threads because they don't want them to be sloppy from the outset. So they provide them with a little bit of lapping in paste that you mix up with a bit of oil, and then you gradually work the nut backwards and forwards on the thread until it's a nice smooth action on there, so there's no lost play. Okay, so there's the old nut, there's the new one. As you can see, a bit different, only in the fact that it's been machined out of solid, whereas the old one was a casting, but it's dimensionally the same. So now the new nut, I have to take the centre out of the column itself, which is just a ball race on the top, but we'll go through that when we put it back together. So then we just fit in this on here, and as you can see, we're just fitting that on there, and as you can see it's a bit tight at the moment, so it's just a case of get it started on the thread, and then get me big old sponge on it, and slowly work it with the grinding paste on there, or the lapping in paste rather. And obviously then, once it's somewhere near, it'll all have to have a good wash to get rid of all the lapping in paste, and then lubricate it up and fit it back together again. So I'll carry on, and then hopefully when it's something like, I'll come back to it and show you it running up and down nice and free. Well, I was at it for about 2 hours yesterday, and I've got about halfway down the thread, so it's just a case of carrying on. But it is quite difficult. It's quite tight, and I think some people, if you hadn't got a decent voice and a big old spanner, you're going to struggle. It'll be a difficult thing to do. If you're trying to do it on your garage floor with little tools, it's going to be something that's just too much hard work. It's really quite difficult. Well, we'll carry on and see what we look like when we're finished. Huh? Yeah, we. As you can see, it's fighting me right to the end of the thread. Okay, well that's about it. I've got it down right down to the bottom now, and it's nice and snug. So it just needs a good wash now, both parts. Make sure there's no abrasive lapping paste or anything left in it, and then it's wash everything. I've made some new joints here for the end of the box and the cover, so then I'll get it all cleaned up, lay it out, and then we'll rebuild it in the next video, and then probably another one after that, putting it back in. See you later. I've just noticed as well on the box, they're just doing some cleaning up, and that's the operating arm out the box that drops out with the steering arm on the bottom, and that part there is what sits in this nut, but it's a bit on the tight side. Well, it won't go in, so I've got to ease that somehow carefully, not taking the absolute minimum off, so it's a nice fit, but it just won't quite go in. It's probably tenths of a there, but it's not quite there. Okay, well that's that done. just have to use my little die grinder, a Dremel type thing, and very carefully just rotating round inside there, taking the absolute minimum off, and seeing the mark left when this was trial fitted, almost like booing and scraping, but just very gingerly until we've got it a nice fit. Now it just drops in, it will pass all the way through, but there's no free motion in there whatsoever. It's nice and snug, but not too tight, because I was thinking as well, if it was still too much on the tight side, the last thing you want is the box jamming up on you, because if it picks up in there, it's going to force the thing at funny angles on the screw as well, so it needs to be fairly free. But we know Luke lost play, so fairly happy with that. Also, we'll crash on. Catch you later.